3, 2, 1.
All right, let's get into this intuitive reading for Queen Naija and Clarence. Okay, so this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. Okay.
Hey.
Thank you, Spirit. So I guess her ex-boo, her ex-husband, Chris, recently was like, look, I guess he was asked, does he think Clarence cheats on her? And basically he was like, yeah, she be gone. And so, you know, maybe. So let's just see what the cards say. Let's see what the energy says. Okay, I've read on them before and I get a little pushback. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's see what the ancestors say. See what energy says when we get love and light for Queen Naija and Clarence. All right. All right, these cards flew out. All right, Spirit is acknowledging in their energy field, Clarence and Queen Naija, that there is a karmic relationship here. It's like karmic lovers, a karmic lesson, karmic partnership. And, you know, when someone is stomping into this water, they're creating emotions and it is mirroring. So someone is asking themselves, how did I get here? How did we get here? I caught the bus. But for real, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a karmic partnership. It has nostalgia, memories, tradition, tribute, visit, past connection. I do see green, so this is love. I see pink, this is passion. I see blue, this is communicated. I see water, so this has to do with a water sign, or it could just be very emotional for these two. I also see that someone is sweating like a sinner in church, so there could be some validation to what Chris Sells is saying. Okay, sweating like a sinner in church. There's guilt, remorse, nerves, worry, confession, coming clean, apology, integrity is needed. We have water sign again. This could be emotional, or this could be an actual water sign. I'll get around to it. What's the rush? So there's no rush in this, and there does also feel like there could be a vacation on the horizon here for these two, one or both of them. Inspired action only, relax, trust to allow the flow. Okay, and Spirit is also acknowledging that this has to do with someone pillow talking, snuggling up, hugs and kisses, adoration, being someone's favorite. It's kind of starting to feel like maybe this energy that he brought about, him exposing, being a whistleblower, the energy is trying to tell me could be some validation to this. Now, in my past readings, I've said that this is the energy that has come directly to me in a download and directly to me in my past readings. So I'm not going to negate the fact that I haven't picked up on this energy before. But Spirit is acknowledging too that the person that is doing this, either him or her, you know, they're just like, look, I've been very naive, oblivious, inexperienced, gullibility, study, and apprenticeship is needed. Almost like I need to get this out of my system. Hey. You know, if you like it, I love it. If y'all are into it, if you rock with it, I mean, if it's good for you, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, so they say. All right. Spirit is acknowledging that you know, a lot of artists and a lot of musicians put things into their music, and they hide their pain in their music, and so you might hear something about this. Okay. So Spirit is acknowledging there's someone's throwing three sheets to the wind. It's a swirl of communication, trying to get grounded, but also making some sort of divination practice, praying and asking for assistance. There is some intervention here with a spirit, but yeah, blowing off steam, rebellion, merriment, overindulgence, and escape. So there is some validity to what he is saying. Spirit is definitely acknowledging that. Okay, so let's pull out these cards and see what Spirit wants us to know, moving in love and light. Okay, all right, so what's going on with Queen Naija and Clarence? Current energy, please. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so we do get the High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. Okay. It actually says the thank you, Spirit. We do get the High Priestess in reverse. Okay. So this is giving me like the Hierophant, rebellion, subversiveness, freedom, and personal belief. So someone is rebelling against the idea of marriage, of coming together, of being united, of tradition, of conformity. Okay. Spirit, what else do you want me to share, moving in love and light, in regards to Queen Naija and Clarence? Spirit said it's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. Okay? Excuse my French, but that's what they saying. Okay, so when it comes to the Seven of Roses, Spirit is saying, slow down. Don't overthink a situation that simply needs to run its course. Your patience and dedication will win out. Take care. Don't invest in anything too hastily. Okay, so they need to slow it down. Spirit is also saying with the Tower card in reverse that they are trying to avert disaster. They are trying to resist change, delay what is inevitable, and avoid a tragedy. What are we missing here? What are we not seeing in that regard? Oop, the Knight of Roses. Okay, so, this is interesting. The Knight of Roses is someone is not trying to get caught up in the routine because they want to continue to see the adventure. Somebody is not trying to be weighed down. They don't want to have the ball and chain. Isn't that interesting? That's what we're not seeing. And hence why they don't want that marriage life. They're trying to hold on to this relationship, avert disaster, avert change and chaos, but they don't want the ball and chain. They don't want it yet. They still want to be free to an extent. The Knight likes to get down with business and has a plan of action and may even have been made
Hey.
as an objective-driven individual. They can become overly focused on reaching the climax, forging the wild adventure of getting there. They may need a gentle prod to tune into their emotions and inject a little more passion into their action. So they're just a punctual person. They have great stamina, but they're not ready to like seal the deal. They're just out here doing their thing. And then we have the Page of Candles. This is interesting. In reverse. So there's some bad intentions on this relationship. Someone is easily tricked within this relationship. Someone is a loudmouth and has a lack of seriousness. Interesting. All right. How does Queen Naija feel about Clarence? Okay, with the Page of Feathers, Queen Naija wants to keep it on the surface, but she wants him to open up to her. Because if he would, she would be all over it. But she does feel trapped. She feels like her hands are tied. She feels like sometimes she's going in too deep and too quick. And that if she does, he'll run away from her. She also feels like he's too cool for school. Like he's just too cool. She does want him to slow everything down and kind of really, really like get it more intimate and more into detail with her about how he feels about her. But she does feel like her hands are tied with him. She also feels like his hands are kind of tied with her as well. Interesting. How does Clarence feel about Queen Naija? The Eight of Feathers. Well, with the Eight of Feathers, he feels like there's some unforeseen difficulties with her, and he's requiring a safe word. He feels in bondage. He feels humiliated. He feels like there's some psychological entrapment. He feels that there's been some prior disappointments and preventing him from his present action. Like she stops him from being able to do some things. Interesting. What is their biggest obstacle? Queen Naija and Clarence. The Moon. The Moon card. The biggest obstacle is overcoming fear and finding the truth and conquering their anxiety. Removing this blindfold and facing their truth. Like, really face it. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to deny it. What's next for Queen Naija and Clarence? The Devil in reverse. Overcoming addiction, freedom, independence, and reclaiming their power. Someone's going to get free from the situation. Crystal saying that Clarence cheats on Queen Naija. What's the energy around Crystal saying that Clarence cheats on Queen Naija? We do get the Ace of Candles. Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Overexcitement can lead to unplanned consequences and misadventures. Overexertion may result in joint pains. An exciting rekindling of passion. Fresh adventures pursued with explosive energy. Follow your instincts and get stuck in. There's definitely something happening here. Energy is definitely saying that there has been some rekindling of passions. There is some truth to what he is saying. And subconsciously, with the Lover's card in reverse, this brings disbalance, one-sidedness, disharmony, and self-love. Wow. Okay. Okay. And in the middle of the deck, what we're not seeing is the Three of Roses. Someone will notice if you slacken at this point, even if they appear to turn a blind eye and give you the benefit of the doubt. Someone's noticed you and what you can do. Feel satisfied with what you've achieved thus far, but honestly, it's only the beginning. I mean, it has thorns. So it's just like you've hurt someone. They've recognized it. This is equivalent to the coins, the Three of Coins. So it's almost like, let's just continue to make money and be business partners and teamwork. Someone's just not ready to walk away from that aspect of what they do together. Damn. That's crazy. Will Clarence marry Queen Naija? We get the King of Feathers, excuse me. And we do see these butterflies just representing transformation. Okay, so with the feathers, it just represents the swords. So there's an energy of worry, illness, trouble, and strife. But also truth, fairness, objectivity, and boundaries. So with the King of Feathers, it just lets us know that, will he ever marry her? It's like... As far as the King of Feathers is concerned, he's daddy. He doles out punishment and rewards according to his rules. He's a real stickler for them. He explains that it's for your own good. He's firm, but he says he's fair, and you don't feel you're in a position to disagree. He also is someone who doesn't get caught giggling in the back of the class. He has a foul temper and does not like having his authority undermined. Deep down, he knows that while he is king of his castle, he is no emperor. And every empress wants an emperor. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.